Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Pathfinder Kingmaker. Where we left off last time, we entered the trading post and we're about to head inside. Bakken just ran past us. We also had a little bit of the combat initially, but then my dog started barking ballistically, so I restarted this video to try and hopefully calm him down. Let's go inside and see what's happening. In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us some dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours. You come here, squeeze us dry, and come Oleg. A large man with a rough face stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be the guests from Rostov. My task is to clear these lands of bandits, and I'll start right now. Retreat. We're too few for a fight. Let's call help from the camp. No way, just means we can rob a few idiots instead of just one. To arms, everyone! So we got a couple banditos to kill, and Kressel ran away. Oh, this initiative order was way worse than the last one we had. Oh well. Not important. Let's go in and, miss entirely. Excellent. Good job. We're well on our way. We should have cast Divine Favor, I guess. Oh well. Too late now. And we'll heal 1 point per turn. I guess we could have got Judgment. Or Destruction, I guess. Oh well. That's the end of her turn. Oleg does have a crossbow, but missed. And Jathal just took one hit and immediately fell over. Super.
Tear them apart!
At least Amiri did some damage, but didn't kill him. But he is at like 1 health, I guess, probably. I should have raged first. Oh well. We have no available spells aside from Shield of Faith, which isn't going to be all that helpful. We do have, however, Light Halo, but that's not going to help us in this particular situation either. We could give someone Blessing of the Faithful, I guess. Like Valerie. We'll do that. Was it a standard action? Yeah, it was. Now we can't shoot, so we'll just end our turn.
This won't kill me!
Amiri's a little bit worse for the wear. And Valerie did some damage, but not enough. Jathal is slowly regaining her life, I think. She's back up to 1, which means she can actually stand up. And not attack. At least she stood up, though. Alright, one of them is dead. I'm not exactly sure how. Oh well. I'm okay with this. That one's dead too.
Attack!
And we missed entirely. Bandit's turn.
I'll survive.
And Valerie's turn. Who missed? You have like +6 to hit, and you rolled an 8, and it still didn't hit. What is their armor class? Oh, 15. I guess.
Unworthy.
There we go. It was flanked. We should have had no problem with that, but everyone's back on their feet and nobody's technically dying. We also gained a level, which is kind of important. We're gonna go Cleric, level 2. And we need just 2 more levels after that to get our animal, which will be nice when we can get to that point. We don't get any ability points this level. I don't think we get feats either. We're gonna take Persuasion and the 2 lures that we have. Yep. We got Demoralize, Treat Affliction, and Acrobatics. And then Valerie is going to continue her fighter training. You can cross-class people and make them different things, like duelists and stuff like that, but you need the prerequisites. So in order to make her, say, a duelist, for example, or we can become an Eldori's Sword Lord. That must be a new class they put in the game, because that wasn't there before, I'm pretty sure. We would need a ton of different things for that. We could maybe get to Stalwart Defender, though, which are pretty good. We can't get Eldritch Knight because we'd have to get Wizard stuff on her. Eldritch Knights are pretty good, though, but we're not going to cross-class her to that, I don't think. What are her class skills? So she is good at Athletics. She's also... Why does she have... Oh, right, because she's religious. But religious lore for her is absolutely worthless. We're gonna grab Knowledge World and Lore Nature, I guess. She doesn't really need Persuasion, so I don't know why we would put stuffing in, or something in there. Weapon Focus is important, however. She does have Weapon Proficiency with Bastard Sword, which I guess is her primary weapon. But Bastard Swords aren't even all that good in this game, in all fairness. Like, they're not bad by any measure. There are better weapons out there. Do we want to just, like, give her a different weapon? Like, there's a pretty good Warhammer in the game. There are good long swords, of course. There are great rapiers, but I think rapiers are more of a... Actually, no, we could do a rapier. They're a light weapon. There's a couple of really good rapiers in the game. Or we could do something like a heavy mace or a heavy flail. What do we do with this girl? I mean, we could just do... Actually, I don't even know if there's any really good magical bastard swords in the game. We could try something like a falchion, which are neat. I think they're two-handed weapons. Are they? One-handed? It doesn't matter. I'm really torn to what to give her, honestly. Maybe something neat. Something we haven't really tried. Let's give her a rapier. Yeah. Rapiers are great for crit. So we can make her into a crit warrior. Or try to. Yeah, alright. Let's try it out. Can't hurt. She's a tower shield specialist anyways. So eventually she'll be really good with tower shields. Well, she already is decent with tower shields, but she'll be even better later on. Inquisitor is a really fun class all around. At this level we get Cunning Initiative. We add our Wisdom modifier to our initiative checks, in addition to our Dexterity, which is nice, considering our Wisdom is... should be plus... oh yeah, plus 3. Okay, good. I was looking over here for some reason. Still sick. Bear with me. I'm not at the top of my game today. And we're just going to do her 5 normal abilities. So she has Athletics, Knowledge Arcana, Lore Religion, Perception, and Persuasion. All pretty good. We get a new spell of some sort. Currently we have Divine Favor and Inflict Light Wounds, both of which are very useful. We're going to grab Bane with her? Yeah, we have two... well, we have one person that can bless already, so we'll get Bane with her, and then she can Bane people. Alright, and of course we have our Barbarian. She uses an exotic Bastard Sword right now. So she's using a large Bastard Sword, which is two-handed, obviously, because it's one size thing, one size level too big for her. And she'll have her... oh, she has persuasion. She doesn't need persuasion. She is not good at persuasions. She's good at athletics and mobility, decent at lore nature, and decent at perception. Good enough for me. Her stat distribution is so weird, though. Like, 12 wisdom on a fighter or a barbarian is not really necessary. I would have gone with like more dex or some more con or something. Anyways, doesn't matter. We get a class ability here. So there's stances usually. So we can get Animal Fury, which makes her have a bite attack. We can get Beast Totem, which allows clawed attacks. Guarded Stance gives +1 dodge bonus. Lethal Stance is the one we're going to go with. It's +1 competence bonus on melee attack rolls and thrown weapon attack rolls. Really good. Reckless Stance, you get +1 bonus on attack rolls, but take a -1 penalty to AC. We're going to go with Lethal Stance. Alrighty. Speed. And we're going to put... oh, it's already on. Good. Alright, so we have leveled up. We now have 15 hit points, 29 hit points, 22 hit points, and 30 hit points. We need to rest. We cannot rest here. Super. Let's talk to Oleg Levitin. Take that, you scoundrels. Oleg shakes his fist, but now he scratches his head and stares around at the ground gloomily. That girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what's what. He notices a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to make sure you were all right. The woman looks at her husband tenderly, if with a hint of sorrow. Oleg mumbles something as he looks away, embarrassed. My name is Svetlana, and I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again? Who are they, and when will they arrive? Oleg waves his hand sullenly. Who are they? They're the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bedbugs in a beggar's hut, and you just stirred them up. They have a camp not that far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? What do they want? What do they want? Those bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gates so we couldn't try and hide anything from them. Nobody knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come, sometimes it's a whole gang. I'd have shown them what for long ago if not for Svetlana. They claim they're collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders, as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. Even those who have never sworn allegiance to the Stag Lord, they're killed fast if they're lucky. If not, Oleg looks to Svetlana. Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talk. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to the people. Svetlana lowers her head. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are a few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Ox and Dovin from Nizrok come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. You have nothing to fear. I'll help deal with the attack. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Leventon is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If we manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue, Dove. Now we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead, look around. There might be some tools that can be used for battle. There's some pretty solid traps around. Some tar and a box of Alchemist's fire, it looks like. Alchemist's fire? We can put it by the gate, light it off with a burning arrow when those bandits are nearby. But that could set the post on fire, Oleg shouts, surprised. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think that could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in my day. I'm gonna look around and think on the best way to use the tar and the traps. Alright, as soon as you're finished, let us know, and don't leave the post. The bandits could return any time. Which actually sucks for us, because we don't have a whole lot of healing available to us. And we have, what? We have 3 Blessings of Faithful, though. That's pretty nice. Let's go look around. So we've clearly got something here. Steel traps. We'll use steel traps to help catch the bandits. That is important. You'll see that they are actually positioned around here. We're also going to need Alchemist's Fire, which I think is this, or is this the Alchemist? Well, let's go take a look at what this is. This has a heavy mace and some junk. Seems to be tar. Spill it near the trading post to slow down the bandits.
Our path leads on.
More stuff. We found some rope. I'm not really sure. Oh yeah, rope can be used in certain spots in the game. We found some potatoes. Very important. That's just laundry stuff on the battlements. I mean, I gotta admit, this is kind of a lovely trading post, in all fairness. And Balkan's here as well. Oh, they moved the bodies over here. Okay. There's not really anything we want in them, though. I guess we can take the short swords. Like, they're not really worth all that much anyways, but... What is this? The old well has been renovated and cleaned, and it has a new roof.
Forwards.
Oh, lovely. Those are worthless to carry around. That longsword is okay. Maybe crossbow's not bad. Now I know Valerie is a tower shield specialist. We are going to give her the tower shield for this fight because I'm going to want her to tank, probably. Where's the Alchemist's Fire?
We march ahead.
Did we put it by the gates? I know there's tar and traps here. Let's give her her shield back, I suppose. It's gonna tank her attack bonus down to +3, which actually isn't bad. But it does raise her AC to 23, which is pretty good. Let's save. Alright, let's talk to Bakken. A frail, disheveled old man wearing a stained and tattered robe gives you a gloomy look. I'm Bakken, local herbalist. What brings you here? Use your help fighting the bandits. Where's this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. A coward's excuse, how predictable. Tell me about yourself. What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist, make potions and sell them, gather herbs, roots, berries, buck in size. I live in the forest, live off the land, and since leaving Restov for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg and Svetlana's post, which says, this abandoned border fort at the southern edge of Rosslyn found a new life recently. Oleg and Svetlana Levitin, a couple from Restov, rebuilt it into a trading post. This place is now one of the few hospitable shelters for travelers in the surrounding wilderness. They let him in out of kindness, and they help him with things. They bring him water, or firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. We'll talk later. Svetlana, what do you gotta say? Oleg and Svetlana are discussing something in low, but impassioned whispers. You manage to make out the words, forget about it, before they stop talking and turn to you. Let's go back to the possible attack. Oleg, I want to see your goods. Let's see what he's got. Well, first of all, we can sell, like, all of this junk. Can I just, like, sell... Oh. Whatever. Alright, where's that armor? Actually, we might be able to put this armor on somebody. Let's take a look at our people's gear and see if they can use that more than we currently can. Oh, that just gets rid of all the treasure. Oh, good. That actually worked out really well. Let us sell that. Okay. I'm going to take a quick look at the armor situation here. What do you have for armor on? You have banded mail, which I think is what that is. So, nothing for you. You already have a chainmail shirt on. This is a breastplate, and it is slightly better, kind of. What do you have on? You have hide armor, max dex 14, or 4, sorry. It's only 4 armor. Let's give you that. That'll give you a tiny bit more armor class, maybe you won't die horribly. And we can sell the rest. Okay, good enough then. Right, we have this wand of magic missiles, which we might actually need. Oh, right, we have masterwork nunchucks. Forgot about those. We have a masterwork light mace. We have nobody that uses light maces, though. It's worth it just to sell, probably. Alright, good enough. Okay, I guess we're ready for the attack. Let's make this thing happen.
I am yours to command.
I have no idea if we're going to get moved into a different formation. I can't remember how this goes. I'm prepared. Let's do this. Fear not, I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Finally, a fight. Was bored with all that talking. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful. And please don't let Oleg do anything too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests. Yes, we are. Oh, good. There's... Oh, my. That was wonderful. That was so many dead people. Did we get experience for all that? Yeah, we totally did. Okay, we're going to cast Bless. Help out our group as much as possible. I'm also going to... We have no Swift... Is this a Swift action or a full... Oh, it's a standard action. Okay. I guess that's it for him. We can move up, which we will. I guess we can double move. Or we can just... Yeah. Move over to here. Oleg, don't die! Oh my god. Okay, good. Valerie got missed. Twice. Alright, Jathel's turn. Let's move her up here. She's definitely not quite in range, so we'll just... Oops. Move her to, like, here.
Despicable.
Next turn, she can attack. We have bandits coming in. She took a hit. A small hit. I wonder if we can charge from this distance. It's a long way. No, there's no way. Alright, let's move up. She's really fast, actually. Her movement speed is quite high. She is a barbarian, though. So that does make some sense. Alright, Eltimar's turn. Let's move up a little. And we're going to start shooting at that one.
Strike as one.
But we're gonna miss entirely, of course. And that's really all we can do. Valerie's turn. Let's try and finish this one off. We finished that one off. Good. Is Oleg actually dead? I don't know if Oleg can technically die for real.
Advance. Unworthy.
We can't charge because we're on bad terrain, I think. That being said, we can walk in to melee with the ranged guy. Unfortunately, we suck at aiming, so... Whoa! I've never seen an arrow do that before. That is not normal for arrows to do.
Let us strike as one.
Of course, Valerie missed. But then didn't take any damage. And then we missed with Jathal. He did a stupid by attacking. He could have taken a 5-foot step, and he really should. Okay, good. Oleg doesn't actually die if he dies in this combat, which is good. Since we're here right next to a store, we're going to collect all. It weighs an absolute ton, so we are way overburdened at this point, but that's okay. Well, not overburdened, but like heavy encumbrance probably. Oleg is breathing heavily, but shakes his fist in the air menacingly. You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. We should call out Bakken before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the second floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. An honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. I agree. Oh, we can't actually just take all of his money by selling things to him. But what did we get? He gave us 100 gold pieces. Svetlana, we can talk to her too. I'm glad it's all over, even if there was a fight. We'll talk tomorrow once I finish working. Okay, well, we're gonna go to bed. It's that time of day anyways. There is a stash here. We don't have anyone that can lockpick. That is slightly not good. Oh, these are all of our custom items we got. So I have a head chomper. So we have +2 on perception and lore and nature. +2 on perception and lore. We have a lovely hat, which is a +1 competence bonus on all skill checks. We have a mesmerizing necklace, which is going to be sold, but it grants color spray 3 times per day as a first level wizard. It's actually not that bad. Scroll Ray of Enfeeblement, and then just some other normal junk. I think that was my pre-order stuff. But let's give ourselves a pet. Which one, though? Perception and lore? Oh, they're both perception and lore. Okay. Well, let's give ourselves the cat. And the hat. Oh. Oh, yes. That is exactly what I wanted. I should give him his ring back. I didn't realize I still had it off. My bad on that one. Why am I giving it to him? He doesn't even get shot at. Who is most commonly smashed into pulp? Jathal? Kinda.
No.
You don't want to wear the ring? Is it bound to somebody? It's a personal gift. From Tartuccio to Eltimar. Nobody can wear it but Eltimar. Okay, good to know. I guess that's so you can't just give it to Tartuccio and then be like, look at that Pitaxian ring, and then he's got it on his hand. He's like, ooh, right. My bad. Cloak resistance +1. Definitely gonna wear that. I look so dapper. Yeah. I can't wear any armor, so we'll get robes eventually, I think. We might as well get the +3 or 3 times per day color spray. It's not bad. We'll sell it later, though. Probably. Alright, let's go to bed. It's time to sleep. Well, actually, there's more things to open. Now it's time to sleep. We're gonna get a cutscene here. Well, not cutscene, but like a exposition dump. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
I don't remember them having a voice actor for her before. That's cool. The half-transparent outline of a beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear she's exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched, and her large blue eyes burn within her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper as she reaches towards you. It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventure begins with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
Sparks light up and fade in the nymph's huge eyes. What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes, it hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
The nymph's whisper fades as she disappears. Alright. We are all by ourselves currently. We are also nowhere close to a level. And it's just about time to end the video.
Our path leads
In fact, I think it is time to end the video. We're going to stop here. In the next video, we will continue on our way. We'll talk to everyone in the camp, and we'll begin our adventure in earnest. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. As sort of a quick side note, I am going to be leaving the turn-based mod on. I'm really enjoying it so far, and it adds sort of a fresh new perspective on the game. It really brings it into focus as a Pathfinder game where you have your standard action, your movement action, and your swift action every round. Even more so than games like Baldur's Gate or Tyranny or Pillars of Eternity, where they're very sort of heavily modified Dungeons & Dragons rule sets or their own type of rule set, but more focused around a real-time sort of combat system. So we're going to leave it on, see how it goes. If it bogs down the game time enough, we'll turn it off for non-important fights, so like trash mobs and stuff like that. We'll just do real-time mode and mow our way through them, and then just turn it on for like cool boss fights and stuff like that. But so far it doesn't seem to be that much slower than the normal game version. It is inarguably slower, but not too badly. Anyways, I'm going to leave you guys here. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.